Hi, I'm Reverend Nan Bankston, and I'd like to share with you some information about your field services department at Centers for Spiritual Living. Field Services is committed to mindful service, supporting all CSL ministers, practitioners, affiliated communities, and members around the world. Hi, I'm Reverend Nan Bankston, and I'm the Director of Field Services for Centers for Spiritual Living. I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to your field services team members. Each one provides support for ministers, practitioners, and communities all around the world for our entire organization. First, I'd like to introduce Linda Summers. She's our Practitioner Services Program Manager. Linda, could you just tell us a few words about your role and responsibilities?
Sure, I'd love to. What I do is I handle and support all of the licensing and credentialing for around 2,000 practitioners. I support them with their needs, their questions, and I also support their ministers. It's a pretty full job, and I love what I do. Thanks.
Thanks, Linda. I appreciate everything that you do to support everyone. It is a very extensive work that you provide for everyone. Next, I'd like to introduce Reverend Michelle Scavetta. Reverend Michelle will be providing an extensive presentation about youth and family services also. She is an invaluable part of our field services team. Reverend Michelle, would you just tell us a few words about your ministry?
I'd be happy to. So I am the Youth and Field Services Program Manager. So I have the honor of supporting all of our CSL communities with their youth and family programs. I am also the Teen Camp Director for our summer teen camp as well as our winter teen camp. In addition, I am the Senior Minister for our virtual practitioner program, supporting them through their licensing and credentialing throughout the year.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Reverend Michelle. I look forward to seeing your presentation that you'll be sharing with everyone later in our presentations this week. And next, I'd like to introduce Reverend Susan Overland. She is the most recent addition to our field services team, and an excellent one at that. She handles our affiliating communities, among other things. Reverend Susan, would you just give us a few words about your ministry?
Of course, as a field services program manager for affiliating communities, I have the great pleasure to assist our ministers or practitioners who are starting a new center, a new teaching center, focus ministry, or a teaching chapter. And in addition, I recently started working with Reverend Brian Shook to assist our chaplains in their ecclesiastical endorsements, which they need, of course, either for work or their board certifications. It is great to be part of this amazing team.
We have an outstanding team, and our team is here to support you always in every way that you need. So now you know who we are, and I'd like to share with you some of our 2024 accomplishments and organizational growth. And now moving on to information that would be of interest. 2024 was a year of growth. 786 ministerial licenses were renewed. 42 new emeritus ministers were designated. We licensed 18 new ministers, with 15 from the School of Spiritual Leadership and 3 affiliating. All of them completed the 6-week orientation program of launch, and we also ordained 22 ministers. In our practitioner realm, we have 2,063 licensed practitioners around the world, 457 emeritus practitioners. We have 65 new practitioners last year, 62 were CSL licensed, and 3 affiliated their licenses. 49 new emeritus practitioners were designated, 701 practitioners renewed. Now they renew every 2 years, so that's why the number is smaller than the 2,000 number of total licensed practitioners. That's a better approach than having all 2,000 of them renew annually. We also had 7 new communities created or affiliated. 9 are in process still today, and that changes every day. There could be more from the time that I made this video. We had 5 community affiliation changes. 2 centers converted to teaching centers, and 3 centers converted to teaching chapters. We filled 16 pulpits, including interim minister assignments, and 19 communities are in transformation, which means they either have ministers who are in succession planning and will be retiring or resigning over the next year or two, or they have ministers who have left and moved on to other things, and they are now in the ministerial search process. They may also have interim ministers providing a transition piece for them. We have 456 communities, including spiritual living circles. Now that includes 223 centers, 118 spiritual living circles, 42 focus ministries, 41 teaching chapters, 22 study groups, and 10 teaching centers. We look forward to 2025 being a year of outreach and support. We're introducing the licensed interim minister program that's going to license interim ministers. It's a specialty kind of ministry, and it deserves this licensing and expertise recognition. You'll hear more about that at a later date. We're also undertaking the comprehensive minister report revision as it continues on with the Ministers' Council, and also the sponsor mentoring training that is companion to that. Our community affiliation process, which welcomes new community applications, will be under process improvement because the documentation is unwieldy, and we're going to be digitizing some of that and making an online application for much of it. I'm very excited about our outreach program. We're going to have our regional support coordinators and our leadership council meet with communities across the world to be able to determine better what the needs are in those areas. We have the sibling share program, which is also very exciting. Communities of similar sizes who are thriving are going to have the opportunity to adopt a community that is of similar size in their general region and share best practices, integrating our great inspirational communities that are thriving to support our communities who have the need for that kind of support. It's a very exciting information to share, I think. So I look forward to that program being very successful. We'll be talking about it and the results next year in Reno, so stay tuned. It's been my pleasure to be with you for this few minutes. As always, if you'd like to reach out to me, you can reach to me. You can email me at nbankston@csl.org or phone me at 720-279-8983. Thanks so much for your time today.
There is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it.